want to thank you for joining in with us today on Walker's 4104. We hope you like and subscribe to this channel because we got a lot of things coming up in the show for this channel. And look, this is what this is all about. This is about the progress to this beautiful bus. We thank you. I'm going to show you a little bit of what I want to accomplish today. I said that I was going to reactivate the air conditioners. That I'm going to do. You could see that this box is clearly reusable. I worked on it a little bit yesterday. I've noticed that obviously this right here is a 2-pole box, as most square D units are, where one leg is hot and the other leg is also hot with one ground or neutral. I have this one incorrectly hooked up right here. I was trying my best to hook it up to a 50 amp circuit breaker, but the only thing I have available is a 30 amp outlet, 30 amp breaker. And obviously 30 amp breaker can only produce 3,600 watts, which is probably enough to operate one air conditioner and lights and possibly a microwave. But you cannot do a microwave, refrigerator, water heater, 2 air conditioners on a 30 amp breaker. You have to have a 50 amp breaker, which produces 12,000 watts. So what I'm going to have to do here, since I have a 30 amp breaker, and I'll show you here in a minute, is completely rewire this. And that's what I plan to do at this moment. Okay, this is what we have. As you can see, I moved the wires around. I have a 1-aught wire. I guess it's a 1-aught wire that connects the 2 hot legs, because these breakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pole breaker box. 3 of them is activated here, 3 of them is activated there. You got your neutral underneath here and the ground right there. So what I had to do is jump the hot over here. Now, the 2 air conditioners is this one and this one. I did not put them on the same side. Obviously, I'm not going to use this box when I rewire it, but I'm making do with I have to get the power on and to see if I have any lights, to see if I have any air conditioner. The air conditioner ain't been run in 14 years plus. So this is a good way of testing it to see what I have. It'd be nice to have air conditioner on the inside when I'm inside gutting it. So I'm going to plug it in and see what we have. Here is a 30 amp wire. As you can see, it's in pretty rough shape, but there's no telling how old this is. This right here would be your ground. This would be your hot. This would be your neutral. So on a 30 amp leg or a 30 amp breaker, you only have 1 hot and 1 neutral. On a 50 amp, you have 2 hots, 1 neutral and 1 ground. So for me to make this work, I'm going to have to reconfigure that box over there. When I looked at it last night, they completely disconnected the electrical hookup and had this. I'm not complaining, obviously, but they had it hooked completely up to the generator. Obviously, the generator produces about 7,500 watts, and right now it's locked up. I can't use it. So I am going to have to convert it back over to the electrical, and this is the way I'm going to have to do it. So I'm going to have to rewire that electrical box to see if I can get the air conditioning units going. Wish me luck. Okay. Plugged it in. I have lights. Don't have lights over here. I assume those bulbs are blown. Let's see what we got. No, the front air conditioner, I had to put the breaker back off. Let me get the key to it. Wouldn't it be so great? Yeah, it works. Paid for it, but it's dirty. Just because it's blowing air don't mean it's going to cool. Leave that on for a little while. That's exactly right. The knobs are in the correct spot. All right, that is. I don't know what that is. I think that knob's in the wrong spot. Apparently not. High fan. That's on high, low cool. Let's go to high cool. Does feel good. This air conditioner, however, was so full of dirt daubers, wasp nest. I think it's no good. See how it, I'll let you know if it's working or not here in a minute. Feels cooler. The back unit works perfectly. This front unit was so full of dirt daubers and wasp's nest. I'm talking about if I could put it all in a gallon jug, it would be a gallon of dirt. It was so bad it took me 20 minutes of putting my hand inside of it underneath and turning the fan to get it to go. Before the fan was stuck in a certain position and it would kept on flipping the breaker. So right now actually is the first time that I have turned this unit on to see if it actually gets cold. As you can tell, it's still a little bit out of imbalance because I believe there's still some dirt dauber's nest on the fan up on top of the roof. But it actually feels as though the air is actually working. As you can see, the work that I did yesterday on this air conditioner was successful. The air conditioner works great. I had to clean it on the inside with an air compressor, but it's putting out some wonderful air. So I've actually went ahead and done some gutting of the bus already. And if it wasn't for this, it would have been very, very hot. So this has been cleaned on the inside. This whole unit's been taken down and washed with soap and water, and it works perfect. Here we can see that the gutting has already began. I have taken up the carpet, and it was nasty. I do have to say, before I started the gutting on this bus had some some brown recluses on it. So I had to take a day to just go ahead and kill the brown recluses because they were on top of the counters, inside the on top of the stove and inside the stove, and they were defying me to touch their domain. So I had to bomb it. I do want you to take a look at this area right here. I have yet to find out what is underneath this plywood, but carpet was sitting on top of it, and I'm not complaining at all. As you can tell, where this right here is cut off is originally in 1983. There was a wall that came through here, and it was an OSB wall, and that's the reason why this has been cut off. So, two chairs in 1983 on my picture of the 4104, the aqua blue. You can inside that bus, if you take a look at it on that picture, there was actually two touring seats right here, and you can actually see where they used to be bolted. I do want you to look at this right here. This carpet right here is 1973. This is from the second conversion of the bus. So in the 70s, this was predominantly what this bus was covered in. Ironically, part of it is still here, which I find it to be very fascinating. So I'm going to run into a lot of stuff in the gutting of this process. It's only going to get better, so you might as well like and subscribe.